Another election season is gradually approaching. Soon campaign posters will return. Political promises will dominate the airwaves. Candidates will once again promise roads, schools, jobs, empowerment, and better lives. But before Nigerians cast their votes, perhaps there's one important question every voter should ask. Should we only elect leaders who solve today's problems? Or should we also elect leaders who build institutions capable of serving generations yet unborn? Today on Truth Unveiled, we examine that important question using one practical case study. Senator Ned Nwoko, representing Delta North Senatorial District. One of the constitutional responsibilities of a senator, of course, is lawmaking. But beyond passing laws lies something even more enduring: building institutions. Looking at Senator Ned Nwoko's legislative record, one clear pattern begins to emerge. Many of his major initiatives are designed not simply to deliver short-term benefits, but to establish institutions capable of creating long-term national impact. Take, for example, the proposed National Agency for Malaria Elimination. Nigeria remains one of the countries most affected by malaria. Rather than relying solely on existing programs, the bill seeks to establish a dedicated national institution to coordinate prevention, research, surveillance, public education, and ultimately eliminate one of the country's most persistent public health challenges. Education presents another example. Through its own Sports University of Nigeria in Idumoji, Ugboko, the first specialized sports university in sub-Saharan Africa, a permanent institution has been created to combine academic excellence with professional sports development, helping young Nigerians build careers both inside and outside the classroom. Now, its legislative vision also extends to constitutional development. The proposed Anioma State Creation Bill, whether one supports or opposes it, seeks to create permanent governance institution for the people of Delta North while contributing to Nigeria's broader conversation on representation and federal balance. Beyond that, Senator Nwoko has sponsored the Diaspora Voting Bill, seeking to give millions of eligible Nigerians living abroad the opportunity to participate directly in the country's democratic process. He has also proposed amendments to Nigeria's data protection framework, requiring major global social media companies operating in Nigeria to establish physical offices within the country with the objective of improving regulatory compliance, creating jobs, strengthening accountability, and expanding economic opportunities. Taken together, these initiatives reveal an important lesson. Projects are important. Roads matter, schools matter, empowerment matters. But institutions have the capacity to outlive the politicians who create them. They continue serving society long after one's administration has ended. Whether one agrees with Nwoko's legislative priorities or not, this public service raises an important question for Nigerians' democracy. And as another election season approaches, should Nigerians only ask candidates, what projects will you bring? Or should we also ask, what institutions are you prepared to build? Because roads eventually require maintenance. Cash empowerment eventually gets spent. But strong institutions can continue creating opportunities for generations. Perhaps that is one of the most enduring responsibilities of public leadership. Not simply to respond to today's challenges, but to prepare the nation for tomorrow. Because in democracy, projects improve lives daily, but institutions shape the future. So this, going forward, is what we should ask our representatives. Outside giving us projects, what institutions are you building for our unborn generation? This has been Truth Unveiled, where we don't just discuss politicians, we examine leadership. We don't just report politics, we explain governance. My name always remains Osigwe Omo Ikiroda, and I am the principal and CEO of Bush Radio Akede.